Hello, everyone.
Happy belated Canada Day, everyone. As you may have seen from our notices, we are making this our Canada Day edition of Free Play Fridays at 4. For those of you who are not Canadian, July 1st is our national holiday, which is creatively called Canada Day. And we've decided for Canada Day that we are going to, first of all, do all Canadian music, all Canadian composers. And second, we decided to field a number of requests from some friends and fans who wanted to hear their choices of Canadian music. So you're going to hear everything from classic folk stuff to millennial rock to just about anything that
A
that
lot of
Canadians
folk
have made in between.
as well, and a lot of sing-along possibilities. So we look forward to virtually hearing your voices.
We're going to remind you of a couple of rules of the road before we get started. If you are watching this on Facebook Live, word on the street is that the audio and video quality is much, much better if you head on over to YouTube to check it out. So you can see the YouTube information is on the screen below. We're also giving you studio quality sound, so if you haven't already, please plug in your headphones. You will get a much more interesting experience if you do so. We're running this as a pay-what-you-can type of concert. We're happy to have you regardless of if you help out, but helping out helps us out. As you know, we are freelance musicians and all of our touring has dried up. This is what constitutes touring now. Although I do have to say,
The commute is fantastic.
the commute's real easy and we still get to see people from all over the world. So we have been enjoying this like crazy.
Indeed. Yep. We've already been called hosers, eh?
Oh, that's great. No doubt about it.
Hey, Mike.
All right, Suba, tell us what we're starting with.
All right, we're going to start with a little I Can't Feel My Face, and this is by The Weeknd.
Who I believe, and I did not confirm this on the internet, but he is a member of our Somali-Canadian community, I believe, from the GTA here, one of our most recent international pop stars.
Yeah, and what a voice on that one.
Unbelievable voice.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Awesome. This is his tune.
I can't feel my face when I'm with you, but I love it, but I love it. Whoa, I can't feel my face when I'm with you, but I love it, but I love it. I can't feel my face when I'm with you, but I love it, but I love it. Whoa, I can't feel my face when I'm with you, but I love it, but I love it. And I know she'll be the death of me, at least we'll both be numb. And she'll always get the best of me, the worst is yet to come. But at least we'll both be beautiful and stay forever young. This I know, this I know. She told me don't worry about it. She told me don't worry no more. We both know we can't go without it. She told me you'll never be in love. Oh, oh, oh. I can't feel my face when I'm with you, but I love it, but I love it. Whoa, I can't feel my face when I'm with you, but I love it, but I love it. And I know she'll be the death of me, at least we'll both be numb. And she'll always get the best of me, the worst is yet to come. All the misery was necessary when we're deep in love. This I know, yeah, this I know. She told me don't worry about it. She told me don't worry no more. We both know we can't go without it. She told me you'll never be alone. Oh, oh, oh. I can't feel my face when I'm with you, but I love it, but I love it. Whoa, I can't feel my face when I'm with you, but I love it, but I love it. I can feel my face when I'm with you, but I love it, but I love it. I can feel my face when I'm but I love it. But I love it. But I love it.
She told me don't worry about it. She told me don't worry no more.
We both know we can't go without it.
She told me you'll never be in love. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, yeah. I can feel my face when I'm with you. But I love it. But I love it. Oh, I can feel my face when I'm with you. But I love it. But I love it. But I love it. I can feel my face. I can feel my face. But I love it. But I love it. But I love it. I can feel my face. I can feel my face. But I love it. But I love it. Hey!
A little Can't Feel My Face there. I hope you were grooving along and singing along. And as we said, this is an all-Canadian content show this week in celebration of Canada Day, which happened on July 1st. And we celebrated by making our very first butter tarts, which was awesome. We ate far too many of them. Testing them. We were testing them, yeah. So they weren't poisoned, which was great. And speaking of sweet stuff, this next tune is by the Stampeders. Some of you who are avid listeners and fans who have watched these shows before, you've heard this one. This is by the Stampeders out of Alberta, and it's a tune called Sweet City Woman. And there are two things I like to say about this song. Firstly, Dylan and I both have degrees in music. We both have our master's degrees. Yes, how fabulous. Yes. That's just wonderful. And we use it very, very wisely and very well, and, we impart knowledge. And, part of that study had to do with creating interesting, innovative vocal sounds for instruments. Here is the banjo. A flunky dunk flunk, a flunky dunk flunk, flululula flunky dunk, flunky dunk, flunky dunk flunk, flululula flunky dunk flunk, a flunky dunk flunk, flululula flunky dunk, flunky dunk, flunky dunk flunk, flululula. Yes, it's a very serious art that we make here. On with the show.
Thank you.
That's the most deadpan I've ever been in my life. Yeah.
Suba would never be a very good poker player.
Oh gosh, no.
Flunky dunk flunk, a flunky da flunk, flululula flunky dunk, flunky dunk, flunky da flunk, flululula flunky dunk, flunk, a flunky da flunk, flululula flunky dunk, flunky dunk, flunky da flunk, flululula flunky dunk, a flunky da flunk, flululula flunky dunk, flunky dunk, flunky da flunk, flululula flunky dunk, a flunky da flunk, flululula flunky dunk, flunky dunk, flunky da flunk, flululula flunky dunk, a flunky da flunk, flululula flunky dunk, flunky dunk, flunky da flunk, flululula flunky dunk.
A little Calgary cow pop for you.
Well, I'm on my way to the city lights, to a pretty face that shines a light on the city nights. And I gotta catch a new train, I'm gonna be there on time. Oh, it feels so good to know she waits at the end of the line. Sweet, sweet city woman, I can see your face, I can hear your voice, I can almost touch you. Sweet, sweet city woman, Oh, my banjo and me, we got a feel for singing. Yeah, yeah. Bon, c'est bon, 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 c'est bon, 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 c'est bon, 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 bon. Bon, c'est bon, 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 français, non, bon, c'est bon, 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 bon. So long, ma, so long, pa, so long. Neighbors and friends,
Like a country morning,
all snuggled in dew. How she's got a way to make a man feel shiny and new. And she's singing the evening, old familiar tunes.
best line coming up.
And she feeds me love and tenderness and macaroons. Sweet, sweet city woman. I can see your face, I can hear your voice, I can almost touch you. Sweet, sweet city woman. Oh, my banjo and me, we got a feel for singing. Yeah, yeah. Sweet, 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 sweet city woman. Ba-da-da-da, sweet, 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 sweet city woman. Ba-da-da-da, ba-da-da-da, sweet, 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 sweet city woman. Ba-da-da-da, ba-da-da-da, sweet, 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 sweet city woman. Ba-da-da-da, ba-da-da-da, sweet, little, 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 sweet, sweet city woman. Sweet, 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 sweet city woman. Sweet, sweet city woman. Sweet, 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 sweet city woman. Ba-da-da-da, ba-da-da-da.
Sweet City Woman, there you have it. And I never got to my second favorite moment, but I mentioned it in the tune. She feeds me love and tenderness and macaroons.
Pretty sweet, eh?
Now, they could have said butter tarts, and maybe that would have been more Canadian, but it's still pretty sweet, and I do love that line. We're going to continue now with our first request. This comes from Pat Silver, our near and dear friend, and she is also the general manager of SING, the Toronto Vocal Arts Festival. And that festival has been postponed from this past May over to the fall. So do check in at singtoronto.com for more information about how we're going to present that festival to you in a safe and healthy fashion. This tune is a beautiful one by Buffy Sainte-Marie. It's really hard to get through, especially in this day and age as it was in the time when Buffy was singing it, which makes it that much more sad, actually, the fact that it is so relevant. But it is a beautiful song, and Buffy is an amazing singer-songwriter, activist, and this song kind of shows all of her colors. This is Universal Soldier.
He's 5'2" and he's 6'4". He fights with missiles and with spears. He's all of 31 and he's only 17. He's been a soldier for 1,000 years. He's a Catholic, a Hindu, an atheist, a Jain, a Buddhist and a Baptist and a Jew. And he knows he shouldn't kill, and he knows he always will kill you for me, my friend, and me for you. And he's fighting for Canada, he's fighting for France, he's fighting for the USA. And he's fighting for the Russians, and he's fighting for Japan. And he thinks we'll put an end to war this way. And he's fighting for democracy and fighting for the Reds. And he says it's for the peace of all. He's the one who must decide who's to live and who's to die. And he never sees the writing on the walls. But without him, how would Hitler have condemned him at Dachau? Without him, Caesar would have stood alone. He's the one who gives his body as a weapon to a war. And without him, all this killing can't go on. He's the universal soldier, and he really is to blame. His orders come from far away no more. They come from him and you and me. And people, can't you see? This is not the way we put an end to war.
Thank you very much. That was Buffy St. Marie's Universal Soldier. I'm just going to check on the comments here for a brief moment. Pardon.
And while Suba's doing that, we are going to do a little bit of an instrument change. We're going to go to the non-a cappella section of the show, and I'm going to grab my guitar.
Excellent. And I see that Debbie Fleming's here, and she recognizes the shirts. So we wore this with Hampton Avenue. That's the group that we sing with Debbie Fleming, another near and dear one to us. And we wore these particular shirts. You can actually see on the back, I think it says Hampton Avenue, and it has our dates when we were in Edinburgh. And I see that Ben Dyson is also here. So we've got kind of a nice connection there. It was wonderful being in Scotland. And we had a great time. We sang our hearts out, sang our souls out, and met a lot of wonderful people. And it was great to bring Canada to different parts of the world. It makes the world feel a lot smaller in those moments. So we're going to continue now with All the Diamonds. And I'm trying to think of who, was it Gillian Stesick who...
we had this on our list.
Yes, we did.
And actually, I'm just going to take 1 second, and we are going to switch over microphones here.
Oh, yes, that's right. I'm gonna get rid of this thing.
3, 2, 1. Hello, everybody.
Hello.
You should be able to still hear us nice and clear.
I'm just going to put my microphone away there safely. So this is one that was already kind of percolating for us, and Gillian Stesick requested this one, and Caitlin had requested a different Bruce Cockburn tune.
Oh, right, yes.
But so we decided to just combine it and say we have honored your request of the artist, even if it wasn't specifically the song. So this is one of my absolute favorites. The lyrics are something else, honestly, and I adore it tremendously.
And I have to say, they really do, to me, speak about Canada, because it's a lot about finding the spiritual side of wilderness and nature. All the diamonds in this world that mean anything to me are conjured up by wind and sunlight sparkling on the sea. Yeah. It's just gorgeous. This was in heavy rotation when I was a kid growing up.
Beautiful.
All right, going to see if I got my reverb up and running. And there we go.
All right.
Are lost the taste for being free. Thank God he sent some gold-chased ship to carry me to sea. La da 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 da, la da 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 da, la da 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 da. 2,000 years and half a world away. Dying trees still will grow greener when you pray. Silver scales flash bright, then fade in reeds along the shore. Like a pearl in a sea of liquid jade, his ship comes shining like a crystal swan in a sky of suns. His ship comes shining. La da 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 da, la da 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 da, la da 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 da.
Yay, a little bit of Bruce Coburn there, one
Love
of Canada's
that.
great treasures.
Yes.
Just want to remind everybody that if you are watching, please leave a comment either on Facebook or on the YouTube, just so we know that you're watching. We do check these out sometimes during the show, sometimes after the show, and it's just lovely to know who's out there listening.
Indeed. And we're gonna we're gonna have to change outfits just a little bit here.
Oh yeah, we have a costume change.
Moment.
Let me get mine on. We had a request for this particular artist. If you grew up in Canada in the 1980s, you know who I'm talking about. This is very much what I looked like, by the way, when I was growing up in Aurelia. And I'm gonna send this one out to all my Aurelia peoples. This takes us back to sort of my grade 6 time or so.
Apparently this setup is quite a bit softer.
Quite a bit softer. Okay, great. I'm going to make a note of that, and I'm going to do a little bit of tweakage to make it sound a little bit clearer. One moment, please. All right, the next tune's going to be a little bit louder, but just let us know, for whomever is giving us the audio cues, if this is working a little bit better. I brought it up a fair bit.
If you know this, you'll have to sing along.
All right. So to everybody who grew up in the 1980s, you're going to remember this one from your grade school days.
And it goes out to Fox, it goes out to Laney, it goes out to Mel Tapson.
And we might have some other people you can tell there.
Oh, right. Is that all? Where is it? I can't even find it for some reason. But there you have it. All the people who asked for Kim Mitchell, here you go.
All right.
Our house had the biggest patio. Our house had all summer shade. We have patio lanterns. I spent half the night making lemonade, which we drank a lot, 'cause we were all so shy. Shy and nervous. Who is gonna be, who would be the first to dance? Who is gonna be, who would be the first to kiss? Under those patio lanterns. Those patio lanterns, they were the stars in the sky. up our lives under those patio lanterns. And I was stuck on Joy, that was her name. We didn't talk much, she was a nervous girl. I was a nervous boy. We stuck together like glue on glue. Danced to an old song, Bobby Vin's Blue on Blue. Heartache on heartache. Who was gonna be? Who would be the first to dance? Who was gonna be? Who would be the first to kiss? Under those patio lanterns. Those patio lanterns, they were the stars in the sky. Stars in the sky. Those patio lanterns, lighting up our lives. Those patio lanterns, they were the stars in the sky. Stars in the sky. Those patio lanterns, lighting up our lives under those patio lanterns. Sing this little keyboard part with us. Total hoser rock. I love that
Poser
song.
Rock. I love that song too. Oh, that's so much fun.
Right.
Lovely. We're going to go back to our a cappella live looping setup to bring you a little Neil Young. So I'm going to
Mic right there.
grab my microphone. All right.
Ears up and running. I just want to check. I see somebody had a note over here, and I want to see if it's anything significant that we need to know. Hey, nice. It's from Debbie. She's very glad to see that we were using the t-shirts.
Yay. Is that still on?
Okay. Yep. I'll switch that over in just a second.
All right. Oh.
Oh, we should be up
All
and
right.
running.
Yeah, so we decided to break up our set a little bit with some different instruments, different a cappella, and so on. So we're going to bring you one of our personal favorites. This wasn't a request, but we're going to call it our own self-indulgent request. This is one of our absolute favorites. I'm really proud of this particular live loop tune that we created. We created this for our album called Go Back Forward, which we released, I guess, a couple of years ago, last year, something like that.
It's 2018.
2018, there you go. Wow, that is 2 years ago.
And fun fact, I think today is another one of those Bandcamp days.
Ah, okay. So, so Bandcamp is not taking anything for themselves. They're giving the revenue directly to the artist. So if you're interested in purchasing an album, today would be the day to do it. So do feel free. And again, it's you can go to Bandcamp, look up FreePlay Duo. The album is called Go Back Forward.
Best way to find it is music.freeplayduo.com.
Even better. Look at
Nice and easy. And Bandcamp, for those who are not sure what we're talking about, Bandcamp is kind of like Apple Music. It's one of those places that sells music, and they're not offering their commission or not making us pay commission this time.
Right.
So like Suba said, if you want to buy our album and you haven't got it already, this is the best day to do it.
Indeed. Bye, Kim Mitchell.
Bye, Kim.
All right. And we're back to some very soundscapey Neil Young for you here.
look at my life, 24 and so much more. Live alone in a paradise that makes me think of two. Love lost, count the cost. Give me things that won't get lost, like a coin that won't get tossed, rolling home to you. Old man, take a look at my life. I'm a lot like you. I need someone to love me the whole day through. Oh, one look in my eyes and you can tell that's true. Old man, take a look at my life. I'm a lot like you. Old man, look at my life. I'm a lot like you. Old man, look at my life. I'm a lot like you. 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 Lullabies look in your eyes, run around the same old town. Doesn't mean that much to me that much to you. I've been the first and last. Look at how the time goes past, but I'm all alone at last, rolling home to you. Old man, take a look at my life. I'm a lot like you. I need someone to love me the whole day through. Oh, I look in my eyes and you can tell that's true. Old man, take a look at my life. I'm a lot like you. Old man, take a look at my life. I'm a lot like you. I need someone to love me the whole day through. Oh, I look in my eyes and you can tell that's true. Old man, take a look at my life. I'm a lot like you. I'm a lot like you. Old man, look at my life. I'm a lot like you. Old man, look at my life. I'm a lot like you. Old man, look at my life. I'm a lot like you. Old man, look at my life. I'm a lot like you. I'm a lot like you.
A little Neil Young for you there. As I said, one of our favorites, and I love that Dylan gets a lot of the melody on that one. We're going to be switching back over to our guitar and voice setup, so I'll be changing microphones in just a moment. But this next one Gosh, I hope I remember this. We basically put this mashup together last night. I'm not even joking. We haven't even had 24 hours with it.
So there's a little context behind, to give a little context behind this one. I just realized I have one more thing I need to set up. But we have a very good friend of ours named Andrew Pifko, and quite a long time ago, Andrew Pifko suggested mashing up these two particular pieces. We didn't actually know the second one, so we had to learn it. Right. And then we found there is some commonality in between it. It's the classic story of Canadian girl who loves the roughshod Canadian guy.
That's right.
And tell us about which...
An age-old story.
Age-old story.
But the first one was a request from, I think, at least 4 different people. I think it was... I think I have got the people here. Christine Almeida, hopefully she's listening. Fox, Mel Tapson, and of course Andrew Pifko, who we already mentioned, an old friend of ours who we haven't seen in a very long time. So we're doing a tune called the Log Driver's Waltz. Now, we've got a lot of people who are not from Canada. How shall we describe what a log driver's waltz is?
Well, let's start by talking about what a log driver is.
Right.
So back in, particularly in Quebec and in places in BC, they're the guys who run, in the old forestry days, they would run the logs down the river. And as they did that, they had to dance and sort of move on the logs to keep them moving down the river. And this gave us an old classic Canadian folk song called the Log Driver's Waltz. Mm-hmm. And the log drivers having these very nimble feet from all the log driving that they do. Right. And back, I think it was in the 60s, this one might have been, we had something called the National Film Board. We still have that. And they make little Canadian short films.
Vignettes, basically.
Little vignettes, and they're awesome. And this one was a classic one that every Canadian has seen at one point or another, and it's this beautiful little animated story about the Log Driver's Waltz, and it was sung by one of the McGarrigle, by the McGarrigle sisters.
Kate and Anna McGarrigle, yes.
That's right, who, for those of you who like pop music, I believe Kate McGarrigle is the mother of Rufus Wainwright.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yeah.
Oh, learning something new. This is so good.
He comes from royalty, eh?
Indeed,
Quebec singing royalty.
Wow. Okay.
So that's the first song. The second song is a millennial song.
By Avril Lavigne. Yes, we did not know this one. This one's called Skater Boy, spelled Skaterboi. Skater Boy.
Oh, yeah.
And we thought it was there was an interesting correlation between, log driving and waltzing and skating. On a skateboard, that is. And so this song is normally like a it's one of those sort of grungy tunes, but we decided we would make it a waltz. It's going to be a skater waltz.
So here's the mashup between Log Driver's
Waltz.
Gosh,
I hope I remember the melody
and
of that
Skater
song.
Boy. Suba has to do all the heavy lifting on this one.
I'm
just going to drive the logs.
We shall see. Okay. If you know at least this part, fellow Canadians, you're going to have to sing along with me. If you ask any girl from the parish around what pleases her most from her head to her toes, she'll say, I'm not sure that it's business of yours, but I do like the waltz with the log driver, for he goes whirling down and down white water. That's where the log driver learns to step lightly, yes, whirling down and down white water. The log driver's waltz pleases girls completely. When the drive's nearly over, I like to go down and watch all the lads as they work on the river. I know that come evening they'll be in the town, and we all like to waltz with the log driver. So he goes whirling down and down white water. That's where the log driver learns to step lightly, is whirling down and down white water. The log driver's waltz pleases girls completely. He was a boy, she was a girl. Can I make it any more obvious? He was a punk, she did ballet. What more can I say? He wanted her, she'd never tell. Secretly she wanted him as well. But all of her friends stuck up their nose. They had a problem with his baggy clothes. He was a skater boy, she said, see you later, boy. He wasn't good come back down to earth. For he goes barreling down and down white water. That's where the log driver learns to step lightly. Is burling down and down white water. The log driver's waltz pleases girls completely. I've lost a line here. And dance with the doctors.
Oh, so what about pleasing the parents?
Oh, okay. How's the line?
Something like, I'm going to make it up now.
Okay.
If you know it, just yell it into your computer and we'll remember.
Bad
Every
print
once
job.
in a while, I have to please my parents.
And dance with the doctors and merchants and lawyers. Their manners are fine, but their feet are clay. They're on the style of my log driver. For he goes burling down and down white water. That's where the log driver learns to step lightly. Is whirling down and down white water. The log driver's waltz pleases girls completely.
It's all live, people. Don't forget to sing along with the last chorus. Even though you folks in Europe, you probably know it by now, so we wanted to hear you.
Now I've had my chances with all sorts of men, but none is so fine as my lad on the river. So when the drive's over, if he asks me again, I think I will marry my log driver. For he goes burling down and down white water. That's where the log driver learns to step lightly. Is burling down and down white water. The log driver's waltz pleases girls completely. There you have it. That is our crazy skate driver's waltz. Log boys waltz?
Logger boy.
Logger boy.
There we go.
Oh,
Erica Lochran.
a logger sounds good right about
Logger
now,
sounds
actually.
very good about now.
After the show.
Erica Lochran told us that the Log Drivers Waltz from 1979.
Oh, that's right. So Erica Lochran, for those of you who don't know, she and I go way back to the days of high school, and we were in a group together called Canadian Dance Tapestry, a troupe of about 40 or 45 young singers and dancers, and we sang and danced Canadian folk music from all around the world. So this comes from good authority. Thank you, Erica, for that. Yeah, amazing.
Oh, Pipko was watching, by the way.
Yeah, Andrew.
Hi, Pipko.
I hope we did it justice. I put on my best grunge face. There it is. All right, okay. And now for something completely different. That's the
It's
one.
in that key. Okay.
Right?
We had a lot of requests for one of Canada's most revered songwriters, Joni Mitchell.
Mm-hmm.
And so we thought there's so many good songs, and we're going to get to them probably over the next few weeks as well.
Yeah.
But we wanted to give you something that you guys could sing along to. So we're going to give you a little bit of the circle game.
Circle game. Please do sing along. For those of you who are from outside of Canada, you might not know this song, but the chorus, I'm just going to sing you the chorus, yeah? And the seasons, they go round and round, and the painted ponies go up and down. We're captive on the carousel of time. We can't return, we can only look behind from where we came and go round and round and round in the circle game. That's the chorus. So that happens, I think, 4 times or something like that.
Something like that.
So you'll get it eventually, even if you don't know it just yet. This is one of our favorites, circle game. Yesterday, a child came out to wonder, caught a dragonfly inside a jar. Fearful when the sky was full of thunder, and tearful at the falling of a star. And the seasons, they go round and round, and the painted ponies go up and down. We're captive on the carousel of time. We can't return, we can only look behind from where we came, and go round and round and round in the circle game. Then the child moved 10 times round the seasons, skated over 10 clear frozen streams. Words like when you're older must appease him, and promises of someday makes his dreams. And the seasons, they go round and round, and the painted ponies go up and down. We're captive on the carousel of time. We can't return, we can only look behind from where we came, and go round and round and round in the circle game. 16 springs and 16 summers gone now. Cartwheels turn to car wheels through the town, and they tell him, take your time, it won't be long now, till you drag your feet to slow the circles down. And the seasons, they go round and round, and the painted ponies go up and down. We're captive on the carousel of time. We can't return, we can only look behind from where we came, and go round and round and round in the circle game. So the years spin by, and now the boy is 20. Though his dreams have lost some grandeur coming true, there'll be new dreams, maybe better dreams, and plenty before the last revolving year is through. And the seasons, they go round and round, and the painted ponies go up and down. We're captive on the carousel of time. We can't return, we can only look behind from where we came, and go round and round and round in the circle game. And go round and round and round in the circle game. Yay, thank you, Joni Mitchell, for that one. Such a beautiful piece. I think it was Nasia who had asked for Joni. She asked for some different Joni, and I think Trisha Dial also asked for that. So as we said, we decided to honor the artist and maybe change the tune. We're going to continue now with another Nasia request. And this was a really fun one to put together because it gives it a completely different feel from the original. And that is Lorraine Segato and the Parachute Club's Rise Up. Once again, this song is absolutely deserving of a 500 voice gospel choir. We don't have one of those here today, but we have 2 parts, and we've made this a little more folky, and it's really, really fun to sing.
And
so do sing along, yeah.
I was thinking as we go through this, we decided to take a different approach, as Suba said, no 500 voice gospel choir, but it's also a little reminder that Rising Up doesn't have to be 500 people at once. It's one person at a time.
Absolutely.
And those voices get louder. and those voices get fuller, and those voices get richer
Well
as the
said.
song goes on too.
Well said. Beautiful. All right. We want loving, we want laughter again, we want heartbeat, we want madness to end, we want dancing, want to run in the streets, we want freedom to live in this peace. We want power, we want to make it okay, want to be singing at the end of the day. Children to breathe a new life. We want freedom to love who we please. Rise up, oh, rise and share your power. Rise up, rise, everybody dancing to the sun. Rise up, it's time for celebration. Rise up, Spirit's time has come. Talking about the right time to be working for peace, wanting all the tensions in the world to ease. We want to love, run wild in the streets. We want to be free. We want to be free. Talking about a new way, talking about changing our names, talking about building a land of our dreams. This tightrope's gotta learn how to bend. We're making new plans, we're gonna start it again. Rise up, oh, rise and share your power. Rise, everybody dancing to the sun. Rise up, ooh, it's time for celebration. The Spirit's time has come. Rise up, oh, rise and share your power. Rise, everybody dancing to the sun. Rise up, oh, it's time for celebration. Rise up, Spirit, time has come. My time has come, your time has come, his time has come, her time has come, my time has come, their time has come, our time has come, everybody's time has come. Yeah. Lorraine and Parachute Club, thank you for that one. What a gorgeous, uplifting song. Honestly, so anthemic. Well, we are coming dangerously close to the end of this show. It's really gone by in a flash once again. We want to thank you all for being here. We are FreePlay, of course, FreePlay Duo, FreePlay. That's Dylan Bell. My name is Suba Shankaran. And we're bringing you an all-Canadian show today to celebrate Canada Day, which happened on July 1st. And we're going to leave you with a beautiful Leonard Cohen tune. This is absolutely a sing-along song. This was another Erica Loughran request, and so we're bringing it to you. This is Hallelujah.
This song actually has something like 83 verses. We're going to do 3 of those 83 verses.
Yes, you are welcome to Google search those lyrics and sing them all if you wish.
Otherwise, we'll be here till Saturday morning.
Right? We'll see you next Friday, in fact, and we'll still be singing the song probably. This is Hallelujah. We want to send you off with this song and that feeling of peace that it brings.
I heard there was a secret chord that David played and it pleased the Lord, but you don't really care for music, do you? It goes like this: the fourth, the fifth, the minor fall, the major lift, the baffled king composing hallelujah.
Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. You say I took the name in vain, though I don't even know the name. But if I did, well, really, what's it to ya? There's a blaze of light in every word. It doesn't matter what you heard, the holy or the broken. Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. I did my best, it wasn't much. I couldn't feel, so I tried to touch. I've told the truth, I didn't come to fool ya. And even though it all went wrong, I'll stand before the Lord of song with nothing on my tongue but hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Thank you so much, everyone. Once again, I'm Suba. This is Dylan. Together we are FreePlay, bringing you our living room studio concerts until we are unable to do so, or until the
Until we can
world,
get outside and play
world
for you and for
opens
real.
up in the live venue situation. So thank you once again for listening. You can see on the screen that there is a pay what you can if you so desire. Don't feel pressured to do so. We love to just give and share and connect with you all on these bizarre virtual screens and remotely. It's all that we can do now, but we do feel you, we do love you, and thank you so much for tuning in.
Thank you so much, everybody, and we'll see you next week.
Next Friday, 4 p.m.